Tales of humans transforming into wolves or wolf-like creatures have captivated human imagination for centuries, passed down from generation to generation through folklore, myths, and popular culture. Even today, stories of werewolves and Lycans continue to enthrall audiences across books, movies, and television. Now, when one pictures a Lycan or a werewolf, they are often seen as interchangeable beings, towering, savage creatures that dominate the night. However, as closely intertwined as their legends are, significant differences do set these shape-shifting entities apart. The primary question that lingers is, are Lycans and werewolves truly the same? Today, we embark on a fascinating journey into the mythos surrounding these two incredible beings. We'll explore the origins, behaviors, appearances, and powers that define them. So, if you're a fan of folklore, mythology, or just love legendary beasts, stay tuned until the very end. Before we dive in, we have a small favor to ask. If you enjoy our deep dives into mythical creatures and fantastical worlds, please consider subscribing to our channel. A simple click from you means the world to us and allows us to keep delivering the content you love. Thank you so much. Now, without further delay, let's jump right into it. While it's true that werewolves and Lycans often get lumped together under the umbrella of wolf-like shapeshifters, it's important to emphasize they are not the same thing. Subtle yet significant differences in their lore, behavior, and even their vulnerabilities make them unique in their own right. In this breakdown, we'll closely examine the origins, characteristics, abilities, and weaknesses that differentiate Lycans from werewolves, giving you a deeper understanding of why these two beings deserve individual recognition in the realm of myths and legends. Let's begin with the term Lycan. The word finds its roots in the Greek term lycanthrope, which literally translates to wolfman. In ancient Greek mythology, lycanthropy referred to the delusional belief or actual transformation of humans into wolves or wolf-like creatures. Some sources suggest that the first mentions of Lycans stem from Transylvanian folklore, portraying them as fearsome and almost supernatural creatures roaming dark, misty woods. Yet if we dig deeper into the Greek tales, Lycans are described quite differently, often depicted as naked men running wildly through the streets, tearing into flesh with their bare teeth, consumed by animalistic rage. Over time, these narratives evolved, shifting toward the more familiar theme of humans physically transforming into wolves. Werewolves, on the other hand, have a slightly different narrative path. The term werewolf has Germanic roots, wer meaning man, and wolf meaning wolf, forming man-wolf. However, others argue that the earliest werewolf legends stem from Old English and Scandinavian traditions. In classic European folklore, werewolves are intrinsically tied to the lunar cycle, often depicted as humans cursed or infected, transforming uncontrollably into wolves during the full moon. This darker, cursed transformation has helped frame the werewolf as a tragic and terrifying figure throughout history. One of the most fascinating differences between Lycans and werewolves lies in their control over transformation. Lycans, it is said, have far greater command over their ability to change forms. A Lycan can shift at will, day or night, based on need or threat, making them incredibly unpredictable opponents. Their transformation is quick, almost fluid, and not necessarily triggered by external forces like the moon. Werewolves, in contrast, are often prisoners of their own condition. The full moon acts as a catalyst, forcing the transformation whether they desire it or not. Some traditions also suggest that intense emotional outbursts, such as rage or fear, might involuntarily trigger a transformation. However, once the change begins, werewolves have little to no control over their actions, often becoming mindless hunters driven purely by instinct. The psychological difference is equally striking. Lycans retain much of their human intellect and reasoning post-transformation, while werewolves surrender to their primal, savage nature, often unable to remember their actions once they return to human form. Another point of divergence is intelligence during transformation. Lycans are depicted as strategic thinkers even in their beast form. They possess the combined intelligence of a human and the primal instincts of a wolf, making them highly formidable and almost impossible to predict. Werewolves, conversely, are mostly driven by raw instinct. Their animalistic side overwhelms their human mind, leading to chaotic, violent behavior that lacks strategy or foresight. In many tales, once transformed, werewolves are little more than wild beasts, attacking indiscriminately. This duality gives Lycans a massive tactical advantage in confrontations, whether it's against humans, hunters, or even other supernatural creatures. Visually, Lycans and werewolves are also easy to distinguish if you know what to look for. Lycans are often portrayed as towering, heavily muscled beings. In their transformed state, they are bipedal, maintaining a humanoid stance. Their anatomy is a seamless fusion of man and wolf: upright posture, elongated limbs, sharp claws, and a facial structure that's an uncanny blend of human and lupine features. Their sheer size and intimidating presence make them a terrifying sight. Werewolves, however, lean far more towards the beast side of the spectrum, covered entirely in thick fur, with elongated snouts, clawed hands and feet, and powerful quadrupedal builds. Werewolves resemble actual wolves more closely than humans. Their stance is typically hunched or animalistic, contributing to their more primal and savage appearance. In many interpretations, werewolves are indistinguishable from natural wolves when fully transformed, except perhaps for their larger than normal size. When it comes to slaying these fearsome creatures, the methods vary considerably. Killing a Lycan is no simple feat. Traditional silver-based weapons, commonly associated with werewolf lore, are largely ineffective against them. Lycans boast extraordinary durability and regenerative abilities. Effective methods to bring down a Lycan usually involve decapitation or complete destruction of the spinal column, effectively severing the brain's control over the body. Their resilience means that anything less than catastrophic damage will likely be shrugged off. Werewolves, by contrast, are notoriously vulnerable to silver. In folklore, it is believed that striking a werewolf with a silver-tipped weapon, especially piercing the heart or brain, will kill them almost instantly. Silver, seen as a purifying metal, supposedly neutralizes the curse that fuels their transformation. Thus, while killing a werewolf is difficult, it is at least straightforward, compared to the grueling challenge of facing a Lycan. When it comes to raw physical power, both Lycans and werewolves are monsters of strength. But Lycans hold a noticeable edge. Lycans are said to possess astonishing strength, easily lifting and hurling objects weighing 2 to 3 tons. Their musculature is designed for both offense and endurance, allowing them to sustain heavy damage and continue fighting. In addition to strength, Lycans are extremely fast and agile, with exceptional leaping ability, easily clearing great distances in a single bound. However, when it comes to pure sprinting speed, werewolves surprisingly have the upper hand. Their quadrupedal form makes them faster runners across open terrain. Werewolves also shine when it comes to tracking abilities. Their heightened senses of smell, hearing, and vision, particularly night vision, make them unparalleled hunters, able to track prey across miles. When comparing endurance, werewolves again excel. Their seemingly bottomless stamina allows them to pursue prey for hours without slowing down, while Lycans, despite their strength and speed, might eventually tire under prolonged exertion. Finally, one critical advantage for Lycans remains: control. Their ability to strategize mid-battle, shifting tactics as needed, makes them an unpredictable force that even the most seasoned hunter would find daunting. And there you have it, an in-depth look at the enigmatic, powerful world of Lycans and werewolves. While both creatures share a common ancestry in myth and legend, the nuances that separate them are both fascinating and profound. Lycans, with their superior strength, intelligence, and control, seem almost like evolved versions of the traditional werewolf. Meanwhile, werewolves, with their feral nature and tragic curse, offer a more primal emotional connection to humanity's fear of losing control. So the final question remains: are you Team Lycan or Team Werewolf? We'd love to hear your thoughts and personal theories. Maybe you even have your own folklore versions or favorite movie representations you'd like to share. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to leave us a thumbs up, subscribe for more deep dives into mythological creatures, and drop a comment below with your favorite werewolf or Lycan story. If you enjoyed this story and want more chilling legends and terrifying tales, make sure to like this video. It really helps us out. You can also click on our Ultimate Werewolf playlist to watch more horror and cryptid stories. The link is in the description below. And if you love horror, folklore, and unexplained mysteries, subscribe to the channel and join our growing community of fear seekers. But don't stop there. Turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Because in the world of horror, the scariest things happen when you least expect them. And trust me, you don't want to be left in the dark. Welcome to the darkness.